All right, well, hello everybody. This is a short video I wanted to do for before Christmas because I've been trying to do so many things right now that I haven't had a chance to get a video out. It's not even doing the videos, it's getting the editing all together. So without further ado, I'll show you something I'm working on here, and I'm actually doing a video on, and 10,000 other things trying to get everything ready, and with the bad weather rolling in. So let me spin this around and we'll go. So here we have the old Kenwood TS820S model, the S because it is a digital display. A couple of things I've been working on was the digital display was acting kind of strange, and some of the things I found with that, and it's still acting strange. What else? I wanted to replace some capacitors, so went for the big power supply caps. Let me see if I have one laying around here. Oh. Yeah, let's see. Here's the one that was in there originally. You can see the size of this thing compared to my hand. By the way, we're shooting this on the iPhone, which I usually don't, but we're giving it a try. Here's the capacitors that replaced it, and you can see they're considerably smaller, way smaller. And I wanted to keep all the same bracketing and everything, so I actually used like a rubber, it's like a hose. I cut it in half and use it like a bushing all the way around. That way I was able to use the same bracketing. Up here you'll notice, let's see, these two guys here, they were, where is it? They were this guy. So again, like I said, I wanted to use the same bracketing. So what I did was actually got a 7-pin tube socket, and I soldered those into the tube socket. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, when we spin around, you'll see. And then I soldered the tube socket to the bottom of the bracket and put it back in. So, and then these aren't tight against here. But it's tight enough to keep it from slipping off. Yeah, there's the bottom side with the tube sockets, and that's kind of how they look. They stick right through the hole. All right, so I'm just kind of replacing the capacitors as I start working on different parts of the board. But the problem I have with this is it puts out only about half power on 28 megahertz. And I'll go through the alignment. One of the things I noticed that was coming out of here, I get about half power on 28 megahertz, and then actually going into here, which is the driver, I get about half power on 28 megahertz. So is it an alignment problem? We'll see. I want to check and make sure that all the voltages are correct from the power supply after I replaced all the caps and everything. I checked them before, and they really were almost right on. And there's been nothing done to this radio in all the years that I've had it. So I checked, all the linkage seems to be free and correct. So we're going to start playing around and see how the alignment looks. Let's see what else. The tubes, I pulled this off and looked inside. Everything's nice and clean. I checked all the resistors and the coils and even the capacitors. I didn't check the capacitors as far as the actual capacitance test. I just made sure that they were physically not broken, burned, or destroyed or anything. So of course, you know, my eyes can't really, as good as my eyes are, they can't really tell if the capacitor's bad. So we'll see what happens, but I think it's strange that everything else works fine. I get like 100 watts plus on the whole rest of the band, but on 28 it's about 50 watts, sometimes maybe 40. So anyhow, we'll look through it, and like I said, this is the unit for the digital display. Here's the other half of the well, not the other half, but the other part of the digital display, and here the actual Nixie tubes, if that's still what they would be called. There's a connector here and a connector on the bottom. This pulls off just by, oh yeah, just like that. It's been off so many times it probably knows its own way off. And we'll go through some of the troubleshooting I've been doing on that as well. But that's the main thing I've been doing. So I think I released a video with the amplifier, and that I'm kind of waiting to see what I want to do, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on tubes, but I think that might be the main solution. And I think we're good. Next, we'll be trying to get the icon done here and see what's going on with that. This is the daytime shot. It's probably about, oh, there goes a truck. Probably about 15 or so degrees outside, 15, 20 maybe. There's a bird going for the bird feeder, and you may see the cat jump up at the window. Well, the wind certainly makes a big difference, doesn't it? Right now with the snow really coming down, the only thing you can see is the birds flying up to the bird feeder. And of course, the cat's still on patrol. Alrighty, so here we go. Doing method sprinkling. Here we go. We're about 4:45, 2 days before Christmas, and I'm gonna walk outside because the dog's crazy. And walk outside, just a brief walk here to bring it live to all my friends in the north. The dog's feet are cold, we're gonna have to turn around. All my friends in the south, so that they remember why they don't live here anymore. It's not real windy right now. And then all my friends, of course, in the north are probably wondering why I'm not out here with a muscle shirt on. It's about, hang on, the camera shake. It's about -4 degrees. And I gotta take the dog back in because his feet are already cold. He can't even walk. It's about -4 degrees and about 25-mile-an-hour winds. It's gusting up to about 40. I was kind of hoping that the wind would hit us real smooth. There we go. All right, well, that's enough of this stuff. All right, well, I went to put the train up. You know, I don't use it that often, just every Christmas. And the transformer's noisy as heck. And I looked, and they have the tamper-proof screws that look kind of like a triangle in here, but if you get the right slotted screwdriver and they're not too tight, they'll work. I don't know if you can see it in there. But my point is this: if you're going to use tamper-proof screws, at least build something that's durable and not junk so that no one has to take it apart. And then the other thing I saw, it says right there, toy transformer. I think this is a real transformer. I don't think this is a toy one. It might be for toys. All right, enough of that. So anyhow, I want to get it apart and see if the fan, I don't know if there's just hair or something's wrong with the bearings or what. But let's see. All right, comes apart easy enough. Take those screws out and it pulls there, and you can see a little tiny micro fan back in here behind that. So take that out. There's one screw there, and then looks like there's another behind the resistor or the potentiometer for the speed control, which this appears to just pull off, but I won't be able to do it while I'm holding the camera. So I'll have to pull that off. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. It did pull right off, and this nut here is just finger tight. Not a washer, probably. Yep, there's a washer. Pull that out of the way. And I should be able to pull this potentiometer through by pushing it. Where is it? There it is. Like so. And then there's a screw underneath it. All right, and there's the fan. Probably completely non-serviceable. Let me just take a look here. We'll plug it in and see what happens. Really good. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it. It's kind of quiet right now. But there's nothing that holds this fan in place. Look at that. This aluminum heat shield / fan bracket just kind of sits there. It doesn't, it's attached to the board, but it's not attached to anything that would keep its gap from the plastic. Like right there. Just something simple like a clip or anything, but that's kind of shoddy. Let me see what I can do to recommend or to change that. All right, my solution, and it seems to be pretty quiet, was some double-faced tape right in there. Sure, it might not be as permanent as some of the things I like to do, but it sure is a lot better than their solution. Plus, I don't know why they didn't put some kind of mounting screw in there. I don't know what their reasoning for it was. Maybe it would have vibrated and cracked. Who knows? But that sure seems like that'll do the trick. So let me stick it back together, and we will have trainage. Okay, so there it goes, like a Christmas card. I think you see Oliver's head in the way. There's not a lot of ornaments on the tree this year because we have a new kitty cat, and he likes to help undecorate the tree. But you can see the trains down there running, and the newly quieted transformer, and a couple of gifts under there. I wonder if one's going to be on a oscilloscope, and maybe one's a new ham radio. Oh, I got tons of them. I got old stuff though. I'm okay with that. But anyhow, I just wanted to leave you with the beautiful Christmas tree, and Merry Christmas to everybody, or whatever holiday you celebrate, and enjoy the new year. Hopefully we'll be able to get some videos out and have fun with it. Take care and Merry Christmas.